Hey everyone! Welcome back to Pop Off English. If you're new here, I'm Mia.
And I'm Leo. This is the Pop Off English podcast, where we help you learn real, simple English for daily life.
Before we start, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with a friend who wants to improve their English.
Subscribing helps you get more fun English lessons, and it really helps our channel grow. So hit that button now.
Today we are talking about daily life, how to talk about your day in English. Morning, afternoon, evening, night, all of it.
And we'll use very simple English, perfect for beginners. You can use these sentences with friends, at work, or in class.
All right, let's start with the morning. Leo, what is your typical morning?
My morning is not very beautiful. I'm not a morning person. I usually wake up at 7:30.
7:30? That's not bad.
I know, but I feel like it is 5 a.m. in my soul. So I wake up at 7:30. I get up at 7:45 because I stay in bed and look at my phone.
So you wake up at 7:30, but you get up at 7:45.
Exactly. Wake up is when you open your eyes. Get up is when you leave the bed.
Good. What do you do next?
I go to the bathroom. I wash my face, I brush my teeth, and I take a shower.
Do you have breakfast?
Sometimes. If I'm late, I don't eat breakfast. I just drink coffee.
So what is your full sentence?
In the morning, I usually wake up at 7:30. I get up at 7:45. I wash my face, brush my teeth, take a shower, and drink a cup of coffee.
Nice. That's a great model. You can say, in the morning, I usually, and then talk about your habits.
How about you, Mia? What is your morning like?
My morning is very different. I like mornings. I usually wake up at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.? Why? Are you a superhero?
No, I'm just a morning person. I wake up at 6 a.m. and I get up immediately. I open the window, I make my bed, and I drink a big glass of water.
You make your bed every day?
Yes. It makes me feel organized. Then I do some light exercise. I stretch for 5 or 10 minutes.
So you can say, I make my bed, I stretch. Those are nice verbs for daily life.
Exactly. After that, I make breakfast. I usually have eggs and toast or sometimes yogurt with fruit. And of course, coffee.
Of course, coffee. Coffee is life.
So my sentence is, in the morning, I usually wake up at 6. I get up, make my bed, stretch, and make breakfast.
Great. Listeners, think about your morning. You can use phrases like, I wake up at, I get up at, I brush my teeth, I take a shower, I have breakfast, I drink coffee, I go to work, I go to school.
Let's move to the next part of the day, the commute. That is the time when you travel from home to work or school.
Commute is a good word. Mia, how do you commute?
I usually take the bus. I leave home at around 8. I walk to the bus stop, and I wait for the bus. Sometimes the bus is late, and I get a little annoyed.
Only a little?
Okay, sometimes a lot. When the bus arrives, I get on the bus, I sit down if there is a free seat, and I listen to music or a podcast.
Very nice. Some useful verbs. I leave home, I walk to the bus stop, I wait for the bus, I get on the bus, I sit down, I listen to music.
Right, and sometimes I look out the window and I just think about my day.
My commute is different. I usually go to work by bike. I leave home at 8:30 and ride my bike for about 20 minutes.
Do you like it?
Most days, yes. I listen to the birds, I feel the fresh air, and I try not to die in traffic.
Very relaxing.
Very relaxing. So I can say, I go to work by bike. I ride my bike for 20 minutes. Sometimes, when it rains, I take the subway.
So for transport, you can say, I go by bus, I go by car, I go by train, I go by subway, I go by bike, I walk to work.
And simple sentences like, I leave home at 8. I arrive at work at 9.
Good. Now let's talk about the work or study day. Leo, what do you do in the morning at work?
I start work at 9 a.m. First, I turn on my computer and check my emails.
That sounds very adult.
Super adult. Then I make a to-do list. A to-do list is a list of things I need to do.
So you can say, I start work at 9, I turn on my computer, I check my emails, I make a to-do list.
Exactly. During the morning, I have meetings and I work on small projects. For example, I write documents, I prepare presentations, or I talk with my team.
Those are good verbs. I write, I prepare, I talk, I help, I answer emails, I have a meeting.
What about you, Mia? What do you do during the day?
I study and I also work a little. I usually have classes in the morning. I go to class, I take notes, and I listen to my teacher.
Take notes is useful. You write important information in your notebook.
Yes. Between classes, I chat with my friends or I check my phone. At lunchtime, I go to the cafeteria with my classmates.
Perfect. Let's talk about lunch. What time do you usually have lunch?
I usually have lunch around 12:30 or 1 p.m. I don't like to eat too early. What about you?
I usually have lunch at 1 p.m. I sometimes bring my lunch from home or I go to a small restaurant near the office.
What do you usually eat?
I often eat a sandwich or a salad. Sometimes I order fast food, but I try to eat healthy food during the week.
So we can say, I have lunch at 1. I eat with my coworkers. I eat a sandwich. I drink water or juice. I try to eat healthy.
After lunch, I usually feel very sleepy. In English, we say, I have a food coma.
Yes, after a big lunch, I also feel tired. But I have afternoon classes, so I need to focus.
In the afternoon, I work on bigger tasks. I answer calls, send emails, and finish my projects for the day.
In the afternoon, I sometimes study in the library. I read books, I do homework, and I review my notes.
Review my notes means you look at your notes again to remember them.
Yes, and sometimes I work part-time in a cafe. When I work there, I make coffee, serve customers, and clean the tables.
So for daily life, you can say, I study, I read, I do homework, I work part-time, I make coffee, I help customers.
Now, what about after work or after school, the late afternoon and evening?
My favorite part. I usually finish work at 5:30. I leave the office and go home.
Do you go home directly or do you go somewhere first?
Sometimes I go to the supermarket. I buy groceries for dinner. For example, I buy vegetables, pasta, rice, eggs, maybe some snacks.
So you can say, I go to the supermarket. I buy groceries. I buy vegetables and fruit.
When I get home, I change my clothes and I relax for a little bit. I sit on the sofa and scroll on my phone. 10 minutes. Maybe 20. Maybe 1 hour.
The classic 10 minutes. Time is different on the sofa.
Yes. After that, I cook dinner. I often make something simple like pasta or rice with vegetables.
For me, I usually finish my classes in the late afternoon. Sometimes I meet a friend for coffee. We talk about our day and relax.
Nice. You can say, I hang out with my friends. I meet my friend for coffee. We talk and relax.
Then I go home and cook dinner, or sometimes I order food. When I'm tired, I order pizza or noodles.
In the evening, after dinner, what do you usually do?
It depends. Sometimes I watch a series on Netflix. Sometimes I watch YouTube videos in English. It's relaxing and I learn at the same time.
Good idea. So I watch TV, I watch a series, I watch YouTube, I watch a movie.
I also like to call my family. I talk with my mom or my sister for a few minutes.
In my evening, I eat dinner around 7:30. Then I play video games or I watch something online.
Do you exercise?
Sometimes I go to the gym after work. Not every day, but maybe 2 or 3 days a week. So I can say, I go to the gym twice a week, I work out for 1 hour.
Nice. I sometimes go for a walk in the evening. I like to walk in the park and listen to music.
So we have many useful verbs here. I cook dinner, I eat dinner, I do the dishes, I clean the kitchen, I watch TV, I play video games, I go to the gym, I go for a walk.
And for frequency, you can use words like always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never.
For example, I usually cook at home. I sometimes order food. I rarely go out on weeknights. I never go to bed very early.
Yes, Leo never goes to bed early.
It's true. At night, I usually go to bed around midnight. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and play on my phone a little.
Only a little?
Okay, not a little. Too much. But I'm trying to stop.
My night routine is different. I like to prepare for the next day. I check my schedule, I pack my bag, and I choose my clothes for tomorrow.
That's very organized. I'm impressed.
After that, I read a book for maybe 20 minutes. Then I turn off the lights and go to sleep around 11 p.m.
So at night, you can say, I get home, I take a shower, I relax, I read a book, I go to bed, I go to sleep at 11.
We talked about a normal weekday. But daily life also includes weekends.
Yes, weekends are very important. What do you usually do on the weekend, Mia?
On Saturdays, I usually sleep in a little. That means I wake up later than usual, maybe at 8:30 or 9.
Luxury.
Then I have a slow breakfast. I like to cook pancakes or something special. After that, I clean my room and do my laundry.
Do my laundry means wash your clothes.
Yes. In the afternoon, I sometimes go shopping, or I meet friends. We might go to a cafe, a movie, or just walk around the city.
What about Sundays?
Sundays are quiet. I stay at home, relax, and prepare for the week. I plan my week, cook some food, and watch a movie at night.
For me, on the weekend, I often visit my family. I take the train to my parents' house. We have lunch together and talk.
That's nice.
I also like to play sports on the weekend. I sometimes play football with friends in the park, or I go for a long bike ride.
So for weekends, you can say, I sleep in, I clean the house, I do the laundry, I go shopping, I visit my family, I play sports, I relax at home.
Now, let's help you describe your own daily routine. We will give you a simple structure.
Morning. In the morning, I usually I get up and I have breakfast. Then
Afternoon. In the afternoon, I have lunch I study or work, and
Evening. In the evening, I have dinner I watch or
night. At night, I go to bed at.
You can change the verbs and the times to describe your real day.
Let's do a full example. Mia, can you give your full daily routine?
Sure. In the morning, I usually wake up at 6 a.m. I get up, make my bed, stretch, and make breakfast. After breakfast, I get dressed and leave home at 8. I take the bus to university. I arrive around 8:30 and go to class. I take notes and listen to my teachers. At around 1 p.m., I have lunch at the cafeteria with my friends. In the afternoon, I study in the library or work part-time at a cafe. In the evening, I go home, cook dinner, and eat around 7:30. After dinner, I relax. I watch a series or talk to my family on the phone. Sometimes I go for a walk. At night, I prepare my bag for the next day, read a little, and go to bed at about 11 p.m.
Great. Now I'll do mine. In the morning, I usually wake up at 7:30 and get up at 7:45. I wash my face, brush my teeth, and take a shower. I drink a cup of coffee, get dressed, and leave home at 8:30. I ride my bike to work and arrive at 9. I turn on my computer, check my emails, and make a to-do list. I have meetings and work on projects during the morning. At 1 p.m., I have lunch, usually a sandwich or salad, with my coworkers. In the afternoon, I answer emails, make calls, and finish my tasks. I finish work at 5:30 and go to the supermarket or go straight home. In the evening, I cook dinner and eat around 7:30. After dinner, I sometimes go to the gym or play video games. I watch some videos online and relax. At night, I brush my teeth, wash my face, and go to bed around midnight.
You can follow this model to make your own daily life story in English.
And you don't need difficult grammar. Just use the present simple. I wake up, I go, I eat, I work, I study.
Also, it's good to use time words like in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night, on weekdays, on weekends, every day, usually, sometimes, never.
Before we finish, let's review some key phrases you can use to talk about daily life.
I wake up at 7. I get up at 7:15. I take a shower. I brush my teeth. I get dressed. I have breakfast. I drink coffee. I go to work by bus. I go to school by train.
I start work at 9. I study English in the morning. I have lunch at 1. I finish work at 5:30. I go home. I cook dinner. I eat with my family. I watch TV. I go to bed at 11.
You can mix these sentences and make your own routine.
We hope this episode helps you talk about your daily life in simple English.
If you enjoyed this podcast, remember to subscribe to Pop Off English, like this video, and share it with a friend who is learning English.
Your support helps us make more fun episodes for you.
Tell us in the comments, what time do you usually wake up, and what do you do after you get up? We want to see your answers.
Thanks for listening to Pop Off English.
See you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.